Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the me in the family. Credit cards in the scammers. Getting the licks in the band.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Usually I make military videos, but on this particular video I'm gonna be showing you guys how I make sushi, how I make my sushi. This particular recipe is a cooked crab meat sushi, so you don't have to worry about raw fish. I'm gonna take you over to my kitchen to show you my ingredients and we can get started. Alright guys, so I'm in my kitchen now. I'm gonna show you guys the ingredients I use for this sushi. First off, I have my cooked sushi rice. It's already been cooked and I let it set in a bowl at room temperature. And the sushi rice I use, it really doesn't matter which rice you use, but just make sure that it is sushi rice. This is the rice that I use. Second off, of course, you have your crab meat. Make sure it's cooked crab meat unless you like raw sushi. This is cooked crab meat. Then you have your seaweed wrap. This is what you wrap the sushi with. You can get it at your local Asian market or in the Asian aisle of the grocery store. Second off, we have the nori rice seasoning. This is more like a garnish to garnish your sushi with. It makes it look pretty when you roll it. Then of course we have our sriracha sauce. This is to make like the yum yum sauce to put on top. To garnish it with, drizzle a little bit. And then we have mayonnaise, mayo. Any kind of mayo works with this. And more importantly, you have to have your sushi roller. You can get this off Amazon for less than $5, or you can go to your local Asian market. They sell them there as well. It's just a sushi roll. Make sure you get a large Ziploc bag because we're going to place the sushi roll inside the Ziploc bag. And you see why I do that. Next, make sure you get 2 separate bowls. One for cold water because the sushi rice is real sticky and you can dip your hands in there to make sure the rice doesn't sit your fingers. Then a bowl to put your crab meat in and mix it with the mayo and sriracha sauce. So 2 bowls. And for our teriyaki seasoning sauce, make sure you have some soy sauce, brown sugar, and cornstarch. And those are the ingredients I use to make this sushi, so I'm going to jump right into it and show you guys the process. Alright guys, like I said before, we're going to put the sushi roller inside the large Ziploc bag. Kind of put it in there. And this is what we're going to use to roll the sushi with. And we put it in a Ziploc bag so that the sushi roller doesn't get messy with the sushi and rice and crab meat. And this way you can just take it out the Ziploc bag and then exchange it if you need to do more of these. And you don't have to wash the sushi roller. You could just keep it clean inside the Ziploc bag. And then next we got the crab meat. We're going to put inside the bowl and mix it with some mayonnaise and sriracha sauce. Alright, so we're only going to be using half of the bag. So just put half of the bag of crab meat inside your bowl. Take your hand and kind of break it up like this. Just make sure you wash your hands after so you don't, you know what I'm saying, just putting crab meat on everything. But yeah, we're just breaking it down with your hand. Just make it little strips of pieces. Alright, so you got your crab meat stripped up into little pieces. Then you're going to get your mayonnaise. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise inside of my crab meat. And I'm going to do half a tablespoon of sriracha sauce. And just mix that around. Smells good. Alright, and there you have the mayonnaise mixed with sriracha sauce and your crab meat. And we're just going to put that to the side and let it sit. Alright, next get your sushi roller out, lay it out. And then get your seaweed wrap. Place that right here on top. Just make sure you keep the Ziploc bag open so you can push out all the air pockets so it don't bulge up on you when you're trying to roll it up. And you got your seaweed there. Get the sushi rice. We're just gonna place the sushi rice on top of the seaweed. Make sure you cover it up. Don't mesh down on the sushi or the rice. Make sure you kind of fluff it up on there. Make sure you cover the whole seaweed wrap. Don't go all the way to the edges, but just leave a little half an inch from the edges. But just cover the bottom so you won't be able to see the seaweed wrap. Like I said, the seaweed or the rice is sticky, so you got your cup of water where you might need to rinse your hands off in there, cold water. And just like that, you have the rice on top of the seaweed wrap. And then you get your nori seasoning, rice seasoning, nori rice seasoning. We're just gonna drizzle it on top of the rice. Don't put too much, but just kind of coat it. Like I said, this is for a garnish, for looks. It's also for a little taste. It gives the rice a taste, but most importantly, it's for the look. When you have the rice on top of the seaweed wrap with the rice seasoning, the nori rice seasoning on top, we're just gonna flip it over. So just flip it over on top, like so. Make sure you have it centered on top of the sushi roller, so when you roll it, it's not rolling off of the mat. Next, you're gonna fill your sushi with the crab meat. But the crab meat, just keep it on the bottom part of the seaweed wrap. Don't go halfway and above. Just keep it at the bottom end of the wrap. When you roll it, it won't be too much. Alright, so that's all you need. We're going to start the rolling process. And here you're going to roll it, flip it over, kind of tighten up the edges, roll it again, make sure it's compact. Don't worry about the look, 'cause it's going to get cut up. Make sure it's on its bottom, so the seal is at the bottom of the sushi. Sometimes you might get a little overflow, but it's alright. Alright, so I got my cutting board. I'm going to place right here. And I'm going to just put the sushi on top of the cutting board. Alright, and we're going to start cutting the sushi. I'm going to start in the middle. Cut it right in the middle. Make sure you have a sharp knife, because you want to break up the sushi. Make sure you have a sharp knife. Don't tear through it. Just kind of glaze through it. So I cut it in half. And I'm going to cut that into half. Other half. And the rice is sticky, so make sure you just rinse off your knife, and it will be easier to cut through it. And once I got my 4 pieces, I'm gonna cut those into halves. So and the end pieces I just set aside, and I usually eat for myself because they're not that appealing. So you get to set the end pieces aside, or you can add them, it's up to you. Alright, so I got my plate where I'm going to plate this sushi at. I'm going to start by just layering the sushi on my plate. Make sure it's got an even amount of sushi down the plate. And I'm going to put my end piece down there just so it looks a little better. And there you have it. You have your sushi right here, but we're not done yet. I'm going to top it off with some more crab meat, some teriyaki sauce, and some yum yum sauce. Alright, so now I'm going to make my teriyaki sauce. So I'm going to cut the pan or the stove on 6 on medium high. I'm going to heat up the pan. I'm going to add soy sauce and the brown sugar. If it's a little loose, then I'll add in the cornstarch to thicken it up. Alright, so I put my soy sauce in there. Then I added my brown sugar. Let me just mix this around. Dissolve the brown sugar. It should thicken up. Alright, that looked like a good consistency. Just let that heat up a little bit. When you start seeing it bubble up, take it off the owl because it's getting too hot and you don't want it to taste burnt. If you need to, cut the owl down to medium from medium high. And just stir that in there. You can give it a taste to see how it tastes, if it needs some more sugar, if it's too salty, if it's too sweet. Add some water, but you see how it's starting to bubble up. Yeah, you want to take it off that. But the taste is there, so I'm going to just take it off, put my owl on low, and let it sit there so it doesn't thicken anymore. It can stay at this consistency. Alright, next I'm going to make my yum yum sauce. I got my mayo, sriracha, and I'm going to add a little bit of sugar in there too for sweetness. So you can put like about 3 teaspoons in there if you need, maybe 4, I would do 4. And then just put a dash of the sriracha sauce, mix that around. You can add a little bit of sugar in there as well. And this is going to go on top of the sushi as well as the teriyaki sauce. Alright, so now I'm going to top the sushi with the teriyaki sauce and the yum yum sauce I made. So you can just drizzle your teriyaki sauce on top. You can use a spoon. I'll just drizzle some Let it get on all of it. Like I said, if you want it a little thicker, you could add the cornstarch to this. But since I'm gonna be topping it with the more crab meat, I don't really need it. And then I got my yum yum sauce. Let me just drizzle some on there. And then I got my remaining crab meat. I'm gonna just put on top of it. Just like that. Just make sure you wipe off the excess. You make a little mess. Alright, now we finished. I'm going to show you guys the finished product. This is our finished product right here. I'll zoom in on it if you could see it. This is our cooked crab meat sushi. Like I said, it don't take much of nothing to make this. Instead of going out to a sushi restaurant, just make this for your wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, or whoever the case may be. It looks good, it smells good, and it tastes good. I'll put all the ingredients down in the description below. This is my take on the cooked crab meat sushi. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you like it, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment down in the box below if you want to see any other my other recipes. I'll be glad to show you guys. Stay tuned for future videos. Thank you.